itchy. This part of my, I don't mean it's cut, but giving me an itch. But, woo. But, I was going to say, update, I went to do the checkup today, for my foot. It's on its way, but, they're not as worried, but, the wounds in my toes are a bit, deep at the moment. Been told high protein. I was checking out. I was having like maybe 6 to 7 eggs a day, but maybe I should have more because even on Google says like the daily intake is like 35 to 50 grams of protein. But anyway, and it's vitamin C too, so apparently it's good for wound healing. Right, we'll see what happens though. So anyway, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. But who knows? And also too, I don't know why. Maybe that's better. One of my exes. I'm not gonna say who. I've just been in massive resentment towards for some reason. So this whole week, I don't know why. Alright, let's do my Bible reading. So I'm reading the book of Daniel, which reminds me, last night, for 10-15 minutes, I did a live as well, so, but it didn't work that well. But anyway, book of Daniel. Like I said too, like it is important to go in and try to read and get some education on religion, I guess. Yeah, I hate spirituality and God, but see what happens. Anyway, in the first year of that it's so hot to hold it. Anyway, summertime officially in Australia. Anyway, so chapter 7. In the first year that Balasar was king of Babylonia, I had a dream that I saw a vision that night. I wrote to me in the dream a record of what I saw that night. Winds blew from all directions, and lashed the surface out of the sea. 4 huge beasts came out of the ocean, each one different from the others. The first one looked like a lion, but had wings like an eagle. While I was watching the wings were turn off, the beast was lifted up and made straight and stand up straight. Then was a human mind was given to it. The second beast looked like a bear holding its hind legs, holding 3 ribs between the teeth. And a voice said, "Go on, eat as much meat as you can." Okay, so what's going on here? I was watching another beast appear. It looked like a leopard, but it has back where it had 4 wings, the wings of a bird, 4 heads, and looked like authority about it. And I was watching the fourth beast appear. It was powerful, horrible, terrifying, with huge iron teeth crushed its victims and trampled on them. Unlike the other beasts, he had 10 horns. While I was staring at the horns, I saw a little horn coming among the others. It tore the 3 horns that already lay. This horn was human eyes, mouth, and boasting proudly. What's going on, hey Daniel? I was looking at the 3 thrones put in place. Been there, living there forever, sat on one of the thrones. His clothes was white as snow, and his hair was pure wool. Soon was mounted fiery wheels blazing with fire, and a stream of fire was pouring out of it from it. There was many thousands of people that served him, and millions that they stood before him. The court began, and sessions and books were opened. While I was looking, I could still hear the little horn bragging and boasting. Yet, as I watched, the 4th beast was killed, and his body was thrown into the flames and destroyed. The other beasts and their power was taken away, but they were permitted to go on living for the limited time. During the vision that night, I saw what he looked like a human being approaching me, surrounded by clouds, and he went to be living there was presented to him. He was given authority, honour, and royal power, so the people of all nations and races and languages would serve him. His authority will last forever, and his kingdom will never end. Lord and Saviour, maybe? Anyway, so verse 15, the subheading, subtitle, whatever it's called, says the visions were explained. The visions I saw alarmed me, and I was deeply disturbed. I went into the one I was standing there and asked him to explain it all. So he told me the meaning. He said these four huge beasts are four empires which there arose on earth, and people of the supreme God will receive royal power and keep it forever and ever. Let's turn this light around, adjust my body. Verse 19. I wanted to know more. Yeah. About the fourth beast, which is not. Yeah. I wanted to know more about the 10 horns on its head, and the horn that came out afterwards made 3 horns. 4. It had eyes and a mouth, and boasting proudly. It was more terrible than anything else. While I was looking at the horn made of war, God's people conquered them. There was one that's been there, pronounced judgment in favour of people of the supreme God. It's time arrived for God's people to receive royal power. I'm so sorry for reading like this. I normally don't read out. This is the explanation is given. The fourth beast is a fourth empire. It will be here on earth. It will be different from the other empires. It would cross the whole earth and trample it down. The 10 horns are 10 kings who will rule that empire. Then another king will appear. It will be very different from the earlier ones. Now overthrow 3 kings. He will speak against the supreme God, oppose God's people. He will train and change the religious laws, festivals, and God's people will be under his power for 3.5 years. And the heavenly court will sit in judgment, take away his power, and destroy them completely. It's flying here. The power of greatness of all the kingdoms on earth will be given to the people of the supreme God. The royal power will never end, and all the rulers of the earth will serve and obey them. This is the end of the account. I was so frightened I turned pale and kept everything to myself. So is that like the Antichrist or something? Who knows? In the 3rd year that Belshazzar was king, I saw a second vision. In the vision, suddenly found myself ward by the city of Susa in the province of Elam. I was standing by the Eli River, and beside the river I saw a ram, 2 long horns, and one of them was longer and newer than the yellow one. I watched the ram butting with his horns to the west, the north, and the south. No animal could stop or escape his power. He did as he pleased and grew arrogant. As it happens when you do as you please, you grow arrogant. I was wondering what this meant. The goat came rushing out of the west, moving so far that his feet didn't even touch the ground. He had one prominent horn between his eyes. When he came towards his eyes, ram had been standing beside the wither and rushed with him with all his force. I watched him attack the ram. He was so angry and smashed broke his horns. The ram had no strength to resist it. He was thrown to the ground and trampled on, and no one could save him. Okay. So I'm really bad at it, but I'm going to read a lot of books on this. So, anyway, who knows?
I am going to do some reflection. At the moment, privately, I still vlog and all that, but in terms of my writing, I'm going to change my directions to writing. Maybe doing like basic philosophy or basic political writings or something like that. I know it's cliche, but not being naive, but I'm going to catch up with some education and perhaps morally I can at least contribute in some ways. And theology as well. I'm going to learn a bit about that too.
For today, I'm going to do a nurse's tomorrow for a checkup. I hope it's at least nothing bad. So I'm still sleeping on the couch here just because I had to get the help raise my leg. Just didn't do much. What did I do today? I edited a video. Try to relax, learning about politics a bit. But different reasons why I might articulate later on. My smoking, it wasn't bad or for me. A couple times throughout the day, I could have tried to helped out a bit. I could have done a better job, as I saying. So I had to continue reading my Bible, learning about the God, which I did a little bit today. But, oh, yeah, sorry. That's a bit. So I hope my can will work, but so what book am I reading now? Hosea. Can you read that? Alright, let me pray. So, dear God, let me read this book in clarity and let me learn about it. And I also did learn about a little bit of the Bible study earlier. Again, it's learning process. So, it's a non-denominational Christian. Anyway, so I think this is a short book off the top of my head. No, it's got, oh yeah, short, 14 chapters. So, Old Testament stuff. So anyway, verse 1. Dear Lord, let me read your clarity, let me learn from forgive me my sins and praise you. Worship, will you praise and thanks to the girls that I was talking to tonight, my friends, particularly Sarah, forgive me my sins, let me more praise to my family, let me pray, everything. God, forgive me all my sins, amen. Let me pray. So, another update too. I got a video, Johnny's Gospel. He's a mate of mine. That's the reason I did it. I took his videos off his Facebook page, downloaded them, and like put them all together and just uploaded it without even saying anything. He doesn't care, but he's got a YouTube channel. I can't remember what it's for, but I'll have to start linking it. So anyway, good on you, John. Anyway, so this message, chapter 1, verse 1. This message which the Lord gave to Hosea, his son of Beru, during the time of... Okay, I had to stop there. I can't pronounce those words at all. Twisted. I'm not here to preach. Okay, verse 2. When the Lord spoke to the Israel through Hosea, he said, Hosea, go and get married to your wife. Will be unfaithful. Your children will be just like her. In the same way the people left me become unfaithful. What? So Hosea married a woman named Gomer, the daughter of Diblim, after the birth of their first child, a son. And the Lord said to Hosea, name him Jezreel, because he will not be long before I punish the king of Israel for the murders that his ancestor Jehu committed in Jezreel. I'm going to put an end to Jezreel's dynasty in the Jezreel Valley. I will destroy Israel's military power. Gomer had a second child, this time named it was a daughter. And the Lord said to Hosea, name her Unloved, because I will no longer show love to the people of Israel, or forgive them. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? But God said, but to the people of Judea, I will show love. For I, the Lord their God, will save them. But I will not do it by war, with swords, or bows and arrows, or with horses or horsemen. After Gomer had weaned off the daughter, she became pregnant again. Another son. So this is the third child. And the Lord said to Sarah, name him not my people, because the people of Israel are not my people, and I am not their God. Wow. So the people, verse 10, so the people of Israel will come and say unto the sea, none will be counted or measured. Now God said to them, you are not my people, but the day is coming when you will say to them, you are the children of the living God. The people of Judah, the people of Israel, will be united. They will choose themselves a single leader, and once again will grow and prosper in the land. Yes, the day of Israel will be a great day. So call your fellow Israelites God's people and said loved by God. Okay, it's a bit hard. So one thing I've noticed is like the measurements and weight too. Other gods, even as what else is it? Said something about being the living God. And these other gods have died. But anyway, Old Testament stuff. So that's it. I'll read no more. So, not reading off the Bible, but eventually I'm going to have other books and stuff and do some, hopefully practice some more commentary on the vlogs. But it's good to kind of learn about the stuff, religion and God and mythology as well, folklore. Can't have them discounted either. So I want to proclaim that, and the reason why I'm picking the Old Testament a lot too is I always found Christians shy away from a lot of that stuff, and even though a lot of them read them as directions to Christ, which I can't blame. So, Messiah, Yeshua, but it takes time to learn, and there's plenty of books and everything else. So, but the day of reckoning will come, I guess. But it's also too, like if you are watching this, I do encourage you to voice your criticism towards Christianity or God, or even the church as an institution as well. This will be good. Okay, so trust me, the night is it's the next night, so I got another checkup for my foot today. Slow. Nurse was a bit worried about a couple things, but see what happens. But slow and steady, as she says. So I should have did a bit more easier today. I did. I went out for maybe an hour today. I got a new haircut. See proof of. Did some shopping tonight. So tomorrow, then I did an Al-Anon meeting tonight, which is cool. So beard's magnificent. So I was going to say, yeah, so I got to be at home a little bit more, take it easy. Today, okay, I gave myself the exception to sort myself out. Tomorrow, different story. Tomorrow morning, I do plan to... Anyway, so hang on. So my foot is healing. It's going to be slow. I do have a little bit more freedom. That's probably why I did go out. What else? So got a haircut. I did some grocery shopping, and I should have done more, but I didn't. Responded to a couple of emails. After this is after the nurse and stuff. It's
It's about maybe 2 to 3 hours in total commute, plus the commute. Um, it's like one area she was a bit worried at first, but it was alright. The doctor kind of goes, "Oh, yeah, it's just this and that healing." I don't think the skin took for it, but the doctor had a quick look at it, and he goes, "Yeah, he's gonna heal. Just gonna keep it bandaged and stuff." Um, so I really can't show you. Um, texted the owner and stuff. He seems alright, but he really wants me to come back to work. Fucking asshole. But sorry for swearing. Today I try to put myself back into a bit more routine. It's throwing me off. I've got to get practice it a little bit more. Okay, 2 to 3 weeks I was a bit thrown off by this whole thing. I don't think being in my, you know, should have got my notepad thing. I've got to, tomorrow night, what I was going to say, I've got to do some more Bible study, I guess. And another reason I'm talking tonight, so I can kind of at least articulate it a little bit more better. Um, anyway, I should have relaxed a little bit more. Um, I think being told by the nurses and the doctor that I am healing, it's a bit alright. It is coming along, but slow. I think because of that, I could have been a bit more um, um, better today, but just wasn't. Um, I was careful. Like it wasn't like the fact that I was careless and stuff and dicking around, but um, then I went to Al-Anon tonight, which is good. I drove myself there. The last couple of meetings that I went to, I got somebody else there. Um, but today, I am changed. Like I said, then other than that, I did change my routine a little bit. Like I said, become born again. I am trying. Um, at the moment, there's only a couple of areas of life that I am working on. I've somewhat slightly a little bit relapsed on them. Um, dealing with my lust as well as a problem, which I've talked about. I've got to calm down. And like I said, dealing with I think with my foot's throwing me off a bit in the fact that I can't move in the way that I got to. It's not, like I said, it's not a problem for me. It's just, I've kind of realised, second of all, so driving to the meeting and driving back, then eating dinner. Sometimes with driving and eating my meal, I'm like, I've got to get it done quickly. Just slow to practice light breathing. That comes and goes. Practicing being a bit more slowing down, calmer, present. Um, but this afternoon, and I got to learn to organise my study a bit better. Um, but it's coming along. But I did make the effort to learn the Bible a bit better. Um, trying to be, like I said, a bit more present. I'm alright with it once I kind of get into it. Um, and stuff, but I am trying to learn the Bible a bit better. Like I said, reading the book a bit better, and part of the reason is just to help educate myself to learn about it. And I'm not being naive about it. It's a lifelong. It's like the same with my philosophy interest. It's going to be a lifelong thing. Um, I've decided to still, like I said, publish vlogs at least. Even though I'm not making a lot of effort into them. At least I'm still putting stuff out there and talking about it. I was going to say, um, once my foot's better, I can maybe be mindful of filming things when I'm out and about. I think when I do go out, I'm trying to just be mindful of my foot. But once it's better, or at the stage, I can kind of just not fuck around. Sorry for swearing. Um, I'll be able to kind of do other things. But I've learned like I said, trying to break habits as well. Like I said, I spent most of the night just watching this. Found this YouTube channel. I like it, but the two dudes weird me out a bit. But it's called the Bearded Brothers or something. Josiah. I was learning. They got a video series on that. And his story is a bit scattered through the whole Old Testament. But kings and queens and royalty, the nations and stuff is involved. Um, so just to learn about it. Um, it's also too for me to when I do vlog and all that and write on it, be able to kind of articulate it a bit better. My personal salvation, all that sort of stuff. And when I do get asked to talk about it, and I was a little bit more present. I was almost a little late to the meeting, but did try to talk to a couple people, but had to go just to ease up. The reason why I got to rest up my foot, is so you can heal. I've try to organise a couple things. Coffees this week as well with a couple people. And just with my Bible learning, I am, like I said, reading it through. I am not probably. I've read the Gospels a bit. Which if you ask any Christian, like where should I start reading the Bible, they'll always say the Gospel. Which of course my Lord and Savior is in it. Centered around Him. But I am learning the Old Testament a bit better. I've always found the New Testament a lot easier to learn and understand a bit better than the Old. And I know Christians have a hard time reading them, here and there. Not all of them, but a lot of them. But, with Hosea, I always found that, it's that sort of what I'm kind of getting from that is the back and forth of relationship between God. And it's like God's unable to kind of break that covenant He did. That's also too, getting some helping out, me making the effort into it, putting works into faith. Terms of my cigarettes, this morning before 9, it could have been a bit better. But, 8 o'clock, I had a cigarette. 9 o'clock, an hour later, I had a cigarette. Then I went to the checkup. I had a couple of things. Yeah, I smoked. One of them I put out halfway through. Okay, no. Had my lunch. What else? Then I had a cigarette after my lunch, properly. The withdrawals hit. I wasn't chain smoking, but I was acting on the withdrawals, and that could have done that bit. I did slow down a little bit, from about 3 o'clock or something, or 2:30, sorry. And then 4:30 came, withdrews again. I was able to calm myself down a little bit. I felt it again, but I try to put it in practice, which is what I'm trying to say. But and try to have enough, which I'll talk about tomorrow. But like I said, to try to put little things into practice. This Sunday, I am planning to go to church again. Just to get back into it, like I said, practice my faith. Like I said, I am, and one of the reasons too, I've talked about being non-denominational and not kind of committing myself to a particular church. Once that sort of like learning about it, and one of the reasons I like to read the books outside the Bible is to help get the language and podcasts and stuff. All get a bit better. But learning, I don't want to sound blasphemous, I guess. I don't think you can fully 100% find God in the Bible. Even though, scholars and theologians would say it's canon. I do think God's everywhere. I know that sounds cliche. And I do, true. And I'm trying to find... But one of the reasons I'm somewhat focused on the sort of like the era of kings and stuff, if you go into the sort of like the conspiracy theories of like the Nephilim and the fallen angels and bloodlines and dynasties and as well. But it's also too that faith is very much personalised. So, but tomorrow, I'll probably be able to vlog a bit, talk about it, hopefully during the day. Tomorrow before 9. So I want to get up about 6, have a quick coffee and a cigarette. Set up myself up for the day, and I do plan to go get a packet of cigarettes again and my grocery shopping for the day, just to get it out of the house and I hope practice calmness. I am better. Like I said, I'm trying to uphold some sort of maintenance of routine. And tomorrow I'll do my afternoon ritual, exercise around the house a little bit, walk, maybe catch up some chores as well. 4:35, finish my work day off, sort of thing, practice and stuff. Um, 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 what else would I say? And then do some Bible study tomorrow. There's a couple of YouTube channels that I want to have a look at. It's Christian Orthodox, and they're going to go over the specific books. I am, like I said, focusing on the Bible, and expand from there a bit. So, like I said, so I don't want to read books about theology books and just have them quote the Bible and stuff, and not kind of be that familiar with the Bible as well. But also too, when I talk to other people, it's also too, and no, I don't plan to be like an online gospel thing preacher. So. Back. Whew. Anyway, so tomorrow, talk about stuff a bit better. So, dear, the book of that mofo. He said his name. Anyway, this is the prophecy of Dear and what the sovereign Lord said to the nation of Edom. Verse 1. The Lord has sent his message to all the nations, We've heard the message. Get ready to go to war against Edom. The Lord said to Edom, I will make you weak. Everyone will despise you. Your pride will deceive you. Your capital fortress is solid rock. Your home is high on mountains. You said to yourself, whoever can pull me down, even though it will make your home as an eagle's nest among the stars, you will be put down. When the thieves come out of the night, they will only take what they want. When people gather the grapes, they will put your enemies and wipe them completely. Descendants of issue. Treasures have been looted. Your allies have deceived you. They will be driven from your country. People who were at peace have now conquered you. Those friends who ate with you have laid a trap for you and said, where is your cleverness has been? Verse 8. One day I will punish Edom and will destroy their clever men and wipe them of all their wisdom. The fighting men of Teman will be terrified. The soldier of Edom will be killed. Verse 10. Blessed you robbed and killed your relatives, the descendants of Jacob. You will be destroyed and dishonored forever. You stood aside that day, and the enemies will break down the gates. They were as bad as those strangers. They were carried off Jerusalem's wealth and divided amongst themselves. You should have not gloated in misfortune of your relatives in Judah. You said you have been glad in one day of their ruin. You laughed at them in their distress. The car coming hit the bubble. Verse 13. You should have not have entered the city of my people and gloated over their suffering, seized their riches. On the day of the disaster, you should not have stood down at the crossroads to catch those trying to escape. You should have not handed them over to the enemy of this distress. Verse 15. The day is near where I was the Lord, and judged all nations. Edom, what have you done? It will be done to you. You will get back what you've given. The people have drunk a bitter cup of punishment on my sacred hill. But all the surrounding nations will drink a still more bitter cup of punishment. They will drink it all and vanish away. The Mount of Zion some will escape, sacred places. The people Jacob and fire will destroy the issue. As fires burn stubble, no descendants of issue survive. I, the Lord, have spoken. People of southern Judea, those western foothills, Israelites will possess. The army of exiles in the northern Israel will conquer them. Phoenix of far north. Oh, that's great. So it's only like one chapter of this book. I wonder why. In the book of Jonah, it's afterwards, which I recently had a look at. Micah, Nathan, Haggai, smaller books. So the prophet Micah is a contemporary of Isaiah from a country town in Judea, the southern kingdom. He was convinced that Judea was about to face the same national catastrophe as that of Amos, and particularly for the northern kingdom, the same reason God has punished the hateful injustice of pain. Micah's message, however, contains more clear notable signs of hope for the future. Passages especially worth noting are the picture of universal peace under God, chapter 4, verses 1 to 4. The prediction of the great king who would come from the family line of David and bring peace to the nation. Chapter 5, verse 2 to 5, in a single verse. Some of the rich prophets of Israel state, what requires of us is this, to do what is just, to show constant love and live in humble fellowship with our God. So, like I said, I am still learning. I know I'm not good at reading the Bible out loud. More particularly reading the names out. But it doesn't look like a big book. So, but it takes time to learn. So, but anyway, so during the time of the Jotham, Azar, Ezekiel were kings of Judea, the Lord has given this message to Micaiah, who was from the town of Missouri. The Lord of Micaiah said all these things about Samaria and Jerusalem. A lament for Samaria and Jerusalem. Verse 2. Who I see the nations and listen to this, who live in the earth, so of them the Lord will testify against you. Listen, he speaks from the heavenly temple. The Lord is coming from his holy place, who has come down the walls and tops of the mountains. The mountains will melt under him like wax fire. Okay. Alright, so that's enough. So, it's the next day. I'm going to clean up my room a bit, organise some of my books, and this afternoon, yeah, so, so I'm going to have a cigarette, so trying to plan it a bit better. It's fine. So, Sarah. We don't have a cigarette. Fine. Might do some cleaning this afternoon. Still can't do much. So this today, trying to work out some stuff I can do for everyone. Some volunteering, bits and pieces I can do here and then. Organise it, have another look how I'm going to plan my week a little bit better. Like I said too, the study that I'll do put into Christianity as well. I'll be able to write about, God specifically. And try to think of things I can do to how to write that out. My eyebrows. And then just kind of somewhat reschedule my week a little bit better as well. But mention learning about it. I'd be able to I can type it out and have some sort of write it in a diary sense, I guess. But fuck that, I shouldn't be smoking. But as this morning, I did some shopping today. Dude, you can be expensive buying fruit and veg for the day. So, yeah, it needs to be chopped down. Did that, emailed a couple times. The insurance company for my foot thing, which is still bandaged and stuff, so, yeah. Asking about the pay cycle and all that, when it does actually start. But, what else? This afternoon, I'll leave the house a little bit, do some cleaning, do some laundry. My bathroom, that's a bathroom mat. I had to dry it. I've got to clean it off somehow. So I'll do that today, sorry. Schedule my books, reorganise my books a bit. Try to keep, when I would have normally, go out and exercise,
I'll do that this afternoon. Not, you know what I mean. I'm trying to talk, learning how to talk. What else? Trying to organise how to like learn a bit better. Write out specific YouTube channels as well. I can kind of turn to. But that's about it. I don't know what else to talk. I have to go on to Google or something or AI, ChatGPT to ask like ideas to talk. I'm thirsty. Okay. So thirsty. Got my Christian diary. I did forget to buy pens this morning too. To work on stuff. Alright, study. But, oh shit. That's that bad. To study. Okay. That's a pen that I can't use. To study. Go over every book. Collect notes on them. Which YouTube. Okay. Maybe I should go to chat GPT. Nice. Ask if there's like hang on. I'm not articulating properly. Which YouTube that go over each book of the Bible, studies it. The Bible I've been told that's very basic. Yeah. Bible Project. I do that Bible Project as well, just to kind of Mike Winger, there's a guy that be a Bible thing. Channel goes to deep carefully through certain books like Hebrews, the Bible Study Club, Overview Bible, Bible Study Club, Overview Bible. Oh no, Bible. Please provide alternatives. Maybe I should actually start like basic stuff first, like basic channels, then kind of help. Because I was saying the other night, like just at least I can do is read them over a bit. Study and obey. Okay. Yeah, just to get to know them a bit better. Yeah. Study and obey. Yeah, may as well. This playlist of videos. So it's more extracts from the Bible, I guess, Bible verses. Living a quiet. Well, let's go to his playlist thing. Yeah, okay, he's got a subject, yeah. Study and obey. Separate when starting. Easy, basic. Also, separate more academic stuff. Harder. So I kind of wrote myself notes, just go, hey, Ruth, okay. This guy's got mainly New Testament stuff. Studying the Bible recap, Bible talk, verse by verse. Bible study verse by verse. Do that. Have a look at that guy's channel. Verse by verse ministry. How more? 773 videos. Oh, okay, so I hope this is not one of these guys that are Jeremiah, like really American fucking stuff. Podcast. Revelation 2020. Yeah, playlist. Women's Bible teaching, verse by verse ministry, Bible teaching Esther, end times. Yeah, it's no, okay, no, not into that. 10-minute Bible hour by Matt Whitlam. A lighter tone, mostly books section. Mike Winger. Okay. Now let's go to Google. I'm asking a question. When starting to learn about Christianity, how to start, study guide, I guess. HSA. When first approaches Christianity, desire to understand is merely observe it, path, doctrine, mature, respects it. Mark, Luke, and John. Of course, it's recommended the Gospels first. Because that's the overarching at the moment. Read Psalms and Proverbs alongside the Gospels, yeah. Move outward, doing acts. That's true. Okay. James. So it's really, again, like, it's recommended, really New Testament focus as well. But it's not that I'm against it. It's just they always, like I said too, they were really focused on the New Testament. But maybe I'm just asking it incorrectly. Somebody to talk to, I guess. When can do live stream on Insta to upload YouTube. I did have the thought, like, last night, they do try to organise with Instagram pages, or I guess Facebook, but do like a live stream, so at least I'm posting something up there, download video and upload it to my YouTube channel, at least I can do that. But, so, it's up to me, let me know, we'll sub that. So, I'm posting videos as well. Oh yeah, the toilet's on too. At least I can leave behind stuff. Rockstar. What the? Vincent, it's been a long time. Yeah. I'm asking my friend Sarah which names would she be owned. Yeah. What about banning certain
flat Earth. So I've got it, just posted a new YouTube video with my mate John. I just grabbed his videos and just downloaded them, and stick them up onto my YouTube page. Like I said, I'm still going to do things, just going to focus on other things for now. I'm going to write that stuff down a bit. Flat Earth. I had a video, so my friend John, he's posting like flat Earth stuff, which that particular thing I'm not really looked into myself, but at least he's giving me content to fucking put up flat Earth apparently. One more. I gotta go to the toilet. I'm gonna wait another half an hour before I can go have a cigarette. I don't think I could ask you a bunch of questions. Flat Earth Flat Earth Society as well. Put my poster up. I gotta clean out my shower there. But I've been sitting on that so I can stick my foot out as I'm having a freaking shower too. So there you go. Wubba wubba. But there you go. Messages. Still. I'll be anyway. It's cloudy and foggy. But okay, what? Hang on, I should ask that. What reasons is there to learn about Christianity? Okay, for many reasons, but choose about Christianity. Depending on the temperament, background, kinds of questions, person's already asking. Set of reasons, arrangement, emotional conversations, philosophical, historical. There's somebody at the door, so anyway. Now. Much of Western law, ethics, literature, and political thought is unintelligible without Christian. Oh, yeah, that's true. This is the reason I wanted to learn about Peterson's Foundations of the West.
To explore God's tradition tested over centuries, that's true. To understand the figure of Jesus, of course. Suffering, guilt, raw. I still suspect there's a medical, physical aspect to religion or God. I still got a theory that families and bloodlines and kings and, you know, particularly when you read Old Testament stuff about kings and kingdoms and other pagan gods and stuff, you know, is around sort of thing. And that, like, building up to Jesus and he sat, you know, dying on the cross and stuff, so too late. Okay, where can I watch Jordan Peterson's Foundations Daily Wire? Oh, I've got to sign up. Okay, how many episodes is there of Jordan Peterson's? Is it just one? Because it's just him and to find beauty and suffering. Mythology. Oh, I think it's the stuff with Ben Shapiro. The ancient stories that bridge heaven and earth, Jacob's ladder. Oh, yeah, that's right. At least he's trying to learn about Christianity as well. The birth of Christ, the biblical series. Which is something I can comment. How many episodes? Four. So there's 5 episodes, okay. Of biblical series. 10-part Gospels. Exclusive from Daily Ryan. So I might have to pay for Daily Ryan's subscription. Just to get some religion. How much is the subscription to Daily Wire in Australia? US dollar. So about $22 to $25 a month. That's the Australian dollar. I should consider. Let's go on to Twitter. Oh, hang on. That's right. I'm back on Twitter, so let's Google some stuff. Not Google. It's one tweet. Flat Earth. Flat Earth theory. Conspiracy theory. Earth. Flat Society. I could have verified that, I'm assuming. Ticket box. Yeah, come on. Determined to violate X's rules, how? Come on, Twitter. Thank you for addressing the issue. Continue to X. Arsehole. Like that. So Jordan Peter. Sometimes it's on Twitter. That's a biblical series. Go to the media. I've seen that interview. I'm not interested. I know they got a lot of Alexis Jones old stuff, so that's why I'm like, info. Actually, talking about speaking of the devil, InfoWars. There is InfoWars stuff on. Oh, there's heaps of stuff they got on Twitter. Now, on to volunteering. Yeah. Truth comment. Oh, yeah. Change my page over. See, I've got some more ideas. Nice one. Yeah, that's an old photo. Truth, yes, thank you. Okay, so I had some notes I can do that hopefully can go over and trigger stuff. How to volunteer and give back to the community, people around me, I guess. Moral support. Saying hi to people. What else can I think? Hey. Provide resources. Okay, that's somebody else. Donate food to places. So I just thought of an idea which I could have done all along. Part of the problem is like, I'm not going to get the key card out, but there's like those 3 numbers at the back of your key card. They've been robbed out, so I've got no idea what they are on my key card, that is. And so I can't donate money unless I've got access to the bank info I can donate things to. But trying to find other things to do. I can do instead. Right. Let's go back to ChatGPT then. Just volunteer. I don't know. Some of them just set them out. It's like paying for things that to volunteer. It's annoying. What are some ways to give to my community? I can go through church once I can. I'll strengthen my presence, volunteer shells, mentor, support local institutions, yeah. Low participation, fragile ecosystem. Participate in civic life, voting, give enormous when possible, create spaces people can breathe, essence. Please provide alternative suggestions as well. Standard stuff then. Foster local memory, I can kind of do that. Shared view, jobs neglect the park, bothered. Oh, picking up rubbish, that's right. Picking up rubbish. Visible network of care, got about shared public viewing, encourage local enterprise. Thoughtful dialogue, support those who are going through quiet and comes labour. Offer companionship, shared bad. Yeah. Okay. What else? Upgrade along with orders.
Stuff will pop up. Places. What else should I do? Contact places. Volunteer places. With my info. Story. Contact info. If they need friend help. AI. You can say. Do that. Some ideas. What else can I do? Okay. Punched her in the family nuts. Hodge trends. So I'm back to cooking. I think I like nine eggs and some sweet potato. Vitamin C is really good apparently. How many eggs do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 eggs. And one small to medium sized sweet potato. Going over there, yeah. I'll put them back on blast. So they got a bit to go, just because there's like 10 of them there. So the nurses did say get a high protein diet. They kind of said vitamin C, which sweet potatoes got heaps of. So back to cooking this stuff. So that's almost done. This has got maybe 15 minutes to go. So you know, life is go and life is good. So you've already got for giving me clean, healthy food to eat too. So to help out some good shopping tips, is try to learn about food production, farming, how they get transported, hygiene and cleanliness as well. So, and find out how when food's ripe to eat, the best point to get the nutrients in it. All that sort of stuff, and the storage as well. So what you find a lot of supermarkets as well is they store things in mass, and by the time you put your fruit out, it's kind of like it's lost its nutritional value to it. So fruit and veg shops, they might be a bit more expensive, but you do get better quality food. Better quality food's better for your body. So it's look into it. Trust me, guys. It will be good for your health. I'm kind of waiting that to cool off a bit. Just to get it dog's balls. I mean, that's got about 5 more minutes, so it's good stuff. So I haven't even tested. I just poured it out of the water. Oh yeah, it was a small piece. That's done. I'll get a bigger piece now. Oh, no. Good. Hot. Oh. Hot. Fucking hell. Oh, tap. Also, this is my fault too. I've been looking at the nutritional value of egg whites only, and I've generally been cooking about 6. I get protein, I think it's roughly about give or take 20 grams of protein, and that's not enough for your daily intake. A good high concentration of protein, but it's also too, depending on what you want, but apparently it's like almost about 50 grams of protein you need.